Oh, it smells so nice. Oh, okay. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hello, everybody. This is Shanti Moroina, and I welcome you in this video about on how to transform your life and your business as a transformational agent. And as you can see, I'm welcoming you in from the beautiful island in Philippines, Boracay, and I'm spending a month here working on my business, enhancing my creativity, and also having, my holiday. So this is what's possible when you step on the path. And also, I'm a creator of a Divine Business Academy. This is the international online and divine traveling academy for transformational agents who want to create a successful business while growing to become the best version of themselves. And I have worked with hundreds of students, and my experience has deeply led me to believe that this world desperately needs more healers of all kinds. And we are all creators of our own life. We can freely express our gifts, and we can, above all, create abundance for ourselves and for others. And we begin today with working on our money story to help you build the foundation for your success. First, you need to understand that you are all born rich. You can afford whatever it is that you want, whether it will be the quality time with your loved ones, or a new toy that you fancy, or a special vacation that you've been dreaming about. However, for reasons I will elaborate later today, you adapted to circumstances and belief systems that created your restricted reality. And those beliefs were formed through many generations of firm programming that focus on limitations rather than on your capacity. And through time, you were led to believe that there just simply isn't enough. And in all this abundance that we have, we still believe that there isn't enough. And you believe that you must work extremely hard so you can have something. And you believe that the amount of money you make is linearly related to the time you have invested into making it. You were programmed to think so. I was programmed to think so. So imagine making the certain amount of money, you simply don't have enough time or energy. If you wish, or if you decide to make like 10 times, 100 times, or even 1,000 times more, it simply seems impossible in our, consciousness. So my question for you is, have you ever wondered why some people make money easily while others struggle so much? And Einstein once said that the same consciousness that has created the problem cannot solve it. And this is so true. So I would like you to take a moment now and really experience the depth of this wisdom. Oh, my flowers. So the consciousness that creates difficulties in your life, it is not innate to you. You were programmed to take it as yours. But it does not have to be this way. It doesn't have to be your reality. Rather, this is a part of an old, I would say, bad habit of your ancestors. Because they just simply didn't know any better. And now it is up to you to change that. As it was up to me to change this in my life, some years ago. And prior to this change, I was just, so diligent. I was too diligently following my, unwritten guidelines or guidelines for my family. And I worked hard at school. I was all A student, best student. I finished masters. I finished doctoral degrees, I went to highly respected healing school, Barbara Brennan School of Healing. I established my own company. I got married. I got 3 kids. And despite all this, I felt like I was highly educated. I knew a lot. And despite this, I was just experiencing the hard experience of trying to have my ends met month by month. And you can imagine the terrible pressure in my chest and a lot of distress. There was so much distress throughout my body all the time. And after my divorce, it got even worse. So I lived in a lot of pain with the reality that in my life, I simply believe that there is just barely sufficient of everything in my life. So, and while, thinking now, understanding now, I was still lucky to live in the barely sufficient rather than never enough, And so distantly I felt, and I somehow distantly knew that my life could be so much better. So I desperately wanted it. I desperately wanted the experience. How is it to always be filled, to be abundant, to have enough of what I needed, and to live the best I could. And since my financial consciousness awareness was the barely enough, after some time, it led me to my, I couldn't smile anymore. It led me to my financial meltdown. And my worst moment was, I was already after the divorce and I was alone with my 3 children. So I encountered myself with my last euro in my wallet. And I was literally dependent on my next client for the next meal for my 3 beautiful children. And for those of you who are moms yourself, you know how difficult this is. So it was finally so hard that it made me look closer to what was going on in my life and to look at it with all my humility and honesty. But as tough as it was, you know what? My financial meltdown became my source of my financial transformation too. So one day, I remember it was a day when my sister came to visit, and I simply decided I am willing to do what it takes to transform my money story. I'm willing to do anything and everything what it takes. And as always, when you make a decision, the opportunity comes right away. And it came to me as well. It came very fast. But what happened? It came in the form of investment. We all expect opportunities to fall like sacks of gold from the sky. You know what? But the real opportunity comes always as a form of investment in ourselves. And remember this, because I'm quite sure that it rings true for you. And what I did, I invested my last, and it was already borrowed money, in the education. So I got my last missing piece. I got what I was looking for. I got the confirmation that I can create my own financial story, that I can separate my financial story from my ancestors' story, and that I can create a story that truly benefits me. And finally, I got the support and courage to create my life without the fear of judgment if I was, standing too tall, and judgment if I was successful and financially well off. And I made it. So I was so grateful. I am grateful forever, to my mentors who helped me through that. So here I stand, still with the support of my mentors. It never goes away. So here I stand to help you make your own story. So I'm here today at this beautiful surrounding in the Philippines, in the island Boracay, to show you what's possible for you as well. I will guide you as you also can step out of your own limitations. It is not always easy. I will not sugarcoat that for you, but it is really doable. Step by step, it is doable. And to prevail, you need the dedication and perseverance, but the results will be really worth it. Because every decision to change your mindset and your mode of operation always brings the opportunity, and the opportunity is to wash away the old, the stored emotions in you that actually accumulated throughout the years. Because you need to know you have lived outside of your truth, you have lived outside of the universal truth, and that creates the heavy emotion that needs to be washed away, And therefore, the path of transforming your money story is actually gradual. When you expand your financial container, it must be cleansed. It must be cleansed, and it's necessary to allow the emotions. And your subconscious, your little self, might be so afraid of those emotions. But I assure you, only and only with a good support, it is really nothing to be afraid of. I was so afraid myself, and now, with a good support, I do it all the time. And so the same I encourage you to do. So you simply cannot do it alone. Why? It's the beautiful truth. What was hurt in the absence of love can only be healed in the presence of love. Therefore, you can be stuck forever if you're trying it alone. But with the right kind of support, you can do it in a short time, in a really short time. And this is true for me, and this is true for you, and this is true for everybody. Just please don't try to break this truth, because it will be very expensive. And expanding your financial container and changing your mindset is where the work is. And if you are willing to do what it takes, then you will have the results of your life. Not only you, but also your children, and also their children, and their children. And you will literally change your past, and you can rewrite your future. And you will create the most spiritual and abundant heritage will you never knew possible. And of course, it's really nice to have money. It graces you with all the many beautiful things, and you can use it to live a meaningful life, and you can live the abundance and share your abundance like I'm living the abundance, and I'm sharing the abundance with you right now. And by doing so, by having money, you will no longer feel like a boat in a stormy sea of accidental circumstances, and you will start inspiring rather than criticizing society. It is so painful when people criticize society and don't do anything about it, but when you have money, it is possible that you do many things about it. Imagine money and in the hands of conscious people. And so we can do so many good things. But even better than having money is who you become in the process. Your true essence can really shine and be fully expressed. And when it no longer matters what others think, then you will own your life. You will breathe with it with all your lungs, and you will follow your own path. The path you have become to walk, the purpose you have come to live, and the voice you have become to express. So why wait? Do not wait for better times, for the right moment, because those moments only come when you make it happen. There is really no sense in waiting. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Be the goddess who transforms her financial story. And I pray actually, I'm meant to be your mentor. And it is my honor and gratitude that I can help you expand your financial container and transform your money story. And thank you, my dear goddess, for doing what you do, for making first steps towards healing by changing your old patterns and joining the rest of us in and inspiring others to do the same. And I'll see you in the next video, where I'm going to talk about building a successful transformational business on your own terms. I'm so looking forward, and until then, I just wish you to discover more and more about how you can enjoy your life by transforming your money story.